Hey everyone, Tristan back with another video, and in this video I'm reviewing this device that you're looking at on your screen. It's by Schiit Audio and it's called the WYRD, or WYRD, depending on how you want to pronounce it. It's W-Y-R-D, and they're calling it a USB decrapifier. And basically what it does is it goes between your computer and your DAC via USB. And it basically increases the USB quality and primes the USB signal. So if you have any kind of dropouts on your USB, this will definitely fix that. Or if you have any kind of interference or things like that, this definitely fixes that. Or if you are running kind of a long USB cable, which I'm doing in my case, this helps for that as well. It not only makes the USB signal a lot stronger going into your DAC, but it also cleans it up as well by separating the power out from the USB. You know, a lot of computers, the USB ports really aren't optimized for audio over USB. They're more optimized for peripherals such as mice and keyboards and stuff like that, and they don't really think about audio. So subsequently, they're just not really optimized for a digital audio signal going into a DAC. So this really takes care of that by sort of creating another USB signal for you. And it's $100, so I think it's well worth it if you're running USB. Under any of those scenarios, whether you're running a long USB cable, you are seeing dropouts. So this costs about $100, and I think it's worth it and I think it's well worth it for anyone who's running USB out of their computer, into an audio component, because it just really does help clear up that USB. Now, whether or not you will hear a sound quality difference is debatable. Certainly if you have noisy USB and it clears up that noise, well then obviously you're going to have a clearer sound and sound quality. And if you're getting dropouts and this makes it so you're not getting dropouts, yes, of course you're going to notice that. In my tests and experiences, I did notice a bit of increased clarity, and that's because I think in my setup I'm running a 10-foot USB cable from the computer over here to my system here, and so it cleaned up that signal quite a bit, and I think it's just less of a noisy signal, so I seem to get more of a nicer, cleaner sound out of it. As you can see, the front has two LEDs, and one LED signifies the signal coming from the computer. The other one means, the one on the left means that it's going to the DAC. Right now I have my DAC and amp off, so that's why that light is off. One thing about the LEDs is that they're quite bright, so that's something to be aware of. You may want to get some kind of a on Amazon you can get like little things that stick on there. It's kind of like window tint that will make the LEDs darker, or you might put some tape over them or something like that if they're too bright. But yeah, I found them, especially at night, I found these LEDs to be really bright. Let me see if I can turn this around here and show you the back of the unit. It is plugged in, so it might be a little bit tough to see. Okay, yeah, just gonna have to hold it here, but you've got the power on the right. Then you've got the power switch, the in and out. Then you've got the USB in and the USB out, and that's pretty much it. You don't have any kind of, buttons you need to press other than turning it on or anything like that. The power has a wall wart that plugs into the wall, so it's sort of separate, separate wall wart, which is supposed to be nice and optimized in terms of the audio quality for this. And as you can see, it's got a fairly small form factor. It can kind of just sit on top of your DAC or amp like that, or sit on a shelf pretty nicely. Now something like this, which actively reformulates the USB signal and cleans it for you, is going to have a much more effect on your USB than using some high-end USB audio cable. I think most of the USB cables are kind of a waste of money. Certainly, if you are getting interference with a crappy cable and then you get a better cable and it helps, then it's probably worth it to get the better cable. And in that instance, that makes sense. But with this Schiit Audio WYRD product, you're going to get a lot more added benefit. So if you're running USB from your computer into an audio device like a DAC, in my opinion, this is a must-have. Even if you're not really noticing any dropouts or any kind of interference right now, a lot of times simply cleaning up that USB digital signal will lead to an increased audio sound quality for you that you will notice. So this has been my look of the Schiit Audio WYRD USB Decrapifier. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them, and I will see you in my next video.